Welcome, Twin Flames, to my channel, Rainbow Wizard. I will be doing a reading for you. It is the 3rd of June, I think, yes. Yeah, this will be a timeless reading as always, but certainly for the month of June 2023. Sorry for being missing in action. I was traveling and yeah, some of you might see the last reading was done before my travel and posted a bit later. So yeah, it almost seems a little bit like Mercury retrograde shadow period. Felt like the middle of the Mercury retrograde as far as I'm concerned. There's been I feel like I'm in slow motion, or things are delayed in this period, but anyhow, I'm here now. I hope all of you are doing amazing. We are in the season of Gemini. So I'll be posting also readings over the weekend. I think I missed 4 signs last week. So yes, I'm back. Thank you for being here. This is a reading for twin flames in separation, situationships, those that are on a twin flame journey in general. And please like, subscribe. You can also leave a comment if this reading resonates for you. I am using the Babylonian Tarot deck. It is from Etsy. And let's start your reading to see what is in store for you and your counterpart at this time. The Empress. What a start then. Many people are looking at you as someone that is fruitful, that you are someone that when you put your action into something, and you usually bear fruit of the labor that you do. You also constantly improve yourself. People see you as someone that is constantly improving, always a new version of yourself. People see you as someone very beautiful, but you also work on your beauty. You know how to maintain yourself. You're someone that don't let yourself go. Perhaps you are looking after what you eat, or after your looks, making sure that you also are updated with the times. You could have very good fashion. You're ahead with fashion sense. And yeah, people are noticing you. You are someone that people put on a pedestal. You could seem serious at times, but you work really hard. You try to stay focused, and you're also someone that people see sacrifice a lot to be in the position that you're in. Now, you could be questioning a twin flame journey at present. You could be questioning, there has been many obstacles on the journey. I thought was with my counterpart. Is this really my twin flame? What's the purpose? 6 of Wands is 7 of Wands. This again signifying energy that I almost feel during this week. It's a bit things are moving forward, but suddenly there are spanner in the works. It's a bit of that turbulence. Something to do with the turbulence seems to be interfering in this connection, and you see that this turbulence it doesn't align with you in terms of the journey that you are on, and you are looking at people around you, especially your counterpart. If you're encountering someone that is bringing turbulence, you are here sort of looking at, well, too much turbulence, too many spilled cups, right? You are not someone that is stalling on situations that don't bear fruits. And you might have also told someone that, showed someone that, because your person, your counterpart here, that you feel beaten down to the ground, they have probably made this bed to themselves by being very defensive, keeping their walls up, delayed with maturity, delayed with showing up for the connection. And whereas you desire a connection that just feels like it's flowing, it's aligned with the rest of your life, or things seems to be successful, things are moving forward overall. But with this person, you feel here there is a lack in this connection, where you are then looking realistic. You see the realistic side to this connection, as in no wish fulfillment, even though that's what you initially desired. A person that could be an outsider, or might be coming towards you as well. Someone come into your life to perhaps show you there is another way. For those of you that are on a twin flame journey, they might not have, let's say, considered another person, or you haven't even considered anyone and at all, but being on a twin flame journey, you're always aware of this counterpart. But this counterpart here, this is someone, could be an air sign, maybe Sagittarius or Leo in their chart, lacking maturity. This could be someone in their, even, mid-20s to mid-30s. I remember the days where I thought that I was mature at 35. I was actually looking at pictures the other day, and I thought, my goodness, it was like, you look like a child. It's for those of you that feel that you're old at 35, then rest assured that you are in your prime age. So but that's always how I feel, right, when we get older. But anyway, sidetrack there. So this person is sort of, because of their impatience, right? They feel that if they calm themselves, if they gain maturity, if they gain something that they haven't showed you yet, now they can still keep dreaming. But the actual reality is that they have kept their guards up, not showing that calmness, and rather when they tend to go forward again, this person can be all words and the actions are not there to back them up. In your current environment, some of you could feel, so with the 5 of Pentacles, that there are people, places you leave out of your environment at the moment. You feel that there is an ending. You feel that an ending needs to happen, a certain aspect of your life where there is lack. An Empress, regardless of the gender, will always evaluate, where should I go, where should I invest my time, and we'll find out what it is. It can also be a financial matter where you see, actually, I don't see the fruits, therefore I'm looking for success. Some of you might feel, is there a financial loss, or it is that, am I holding on to a security where I can bring even more abundance into my existence? Now, I also see with the Page of Cups, so a person that's rushing in with a kind of emotional message in their way. You might ignore this person completely. You might not even notice them. Maybe they don't even have access to you. Someone from the past is trying to reach you very often, again with the 6 of Cups, but is also connecting with the harmony from the past. Now you have here a Queen of Swords, so you could be very and it also aligns with, even though the Empress, it includes the 4 queens, but the queen that you are showing the most part here is being very logical. It is that, okay, if this isn't working, it's time to cut it out. You are good at head over heart at this time. Some of you could have juggled in business. Maybe you have also taken on too much, and where actually too much seeming more opportunity to earn, but there is some depletion, and you have to evaluate what is realistic. Some of you might have Scorpio in your chart, where you have a strong intuition and you follow your intuition. It is about to hear someone is, we're going to look into their situation. Someone here is very, very stressed. 9 of Swords. It can also be you, that there is a situation in your environment. Some of you can be to do with a legal matter that you feel like, oh goodness, this is too much. Again, showing up as the Empress, you could be someone that people expect to sort out absolutely everything regardless of the request. You are someone that delivers to high expectations, therefore you can also receive unrealistic expectations. I'm picking that up as well, that you might have to step forward in the near period and say, look, yeah, I know I'm infamous for this, that, and that. but you have now asked me for too much. This might be in a career perspective. We see the financial part, or family matter, or for this person. It's something that you are been juggling and you feel depleted, therefore you have to take a logical decision. Also, I see for you it is to bring, you're taking some kind of decision to end something to do with juggling, so that you can include more harmony into your life. Perhaps you have been sort of feeling, okay, I have to go full steam ahead because of my commitments to earning, let's say, and I have rejected friends, family, and then actually I myself have been feeling depleted. Maybe you have been chasing success. You have been sort of caught up, spending too much time also on something that isn't as rewarding as the effort that you are putting in. So a few mixed messages, both in love and career and money. But so who is this person showing up in your reading today? Well, we presume it is your counterpart, but let's find out a bit more about this person. What is happening in their environment at this time in June? Please show me the messages I need to share with my dear twins. So, Page of Wands. So it's clear this person have gone through they might have gone through a downfall. Maybe that's also in business. A lot of people are focused on business these days, right? With all the inflation and so on. So there's a force of that. I see this person, right? This is supposedly your counterpart showing up. I would feel it's the same person. They could have, they could be a Leo or a Sagittarius with Earth in their chart as a moon. They could also be Cancer as a sun sign. Now, there has been a downfall. And now they are forced to look at a new opportunity where they could gain success. Where they have been very slow, they are now forced to take action to find out, is one of these opportunities that they have been fantasizing about, is it reality? Why have they delayed it? What else is here? This person might have, there is either a young sibling or young child, fire sign. This fire sign might have been trapped in between a couple divorcing. They are responsible for a child. It doesn't have to be their child, can also be a child that is within the family, but someone they have to look after. This person also, they are desiring to move forward. They are very attracted to the Queen of Wands. This person, however, the issue with this person in terms of when they are evaluating what's driving and motivating them can often be superficial, and where they should put that aside. So they look at you as someone really beautiful. You are someone they look up to. You have courage. They see that you are someone that can conquer everything, and they want to learn from you. They want to, you are their role model, regardless of them telling you or not. You are someone they look up to. They are impressed the way you handle life, and they want to be like you, which is not unusual for a twin flame. Even though this person here have seeming to, they have not really reached that stage. They seem someone in a night energy, right? So very immature indeed, right? Death card. So based on this person's ending, so then I'm picking up it is more to do with them. Their ending, bringing transformation, is also bringing them to evaluate their feelings. Queen of Cups, their feelings for you, evaluating their options. But again, now this person is someone looking for stability. The issue with this person as well as evaluation is that because they are superficial, they can often go for the cup that glitters the most. They don't go for the harder route. So it is possible also someone in their surroundings, if they meet a Queen of Wands, whether that's you and also someone else, this person is someone that is something about the Queen of Wands presence that they somehow is very addicted to. Where you are seen as someone that, yeah, you have your beauty, but it's not what you want to be recognized for. So it does, I do pick up someone this kind of immature. They are someone that will They love a good, you know, photos on Instagram, right? They're someone that maybe a bit trapped in that bubble of who's looking good, right? Oh, obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's you know, good thing to be attracted to. However, this person can sabotage their ways by being superficial. So, because in their current environment, they have a lot of time to learn. They are carrying a lot. So maybe they even don't have almost a place to live. See, they have to pack everything on this, is this a bull? Maybe it's a Taurus here as well. And they have to start this journey, but they might also be a bit in denial, but things are falling apart where they are. But the problem is that this person's ego, instead of having the ego death, see here, the ego death here, this person is, I'm seeing someone, right? They could have, there's an ending. Let's say if they've lost their job, or if it is a actual divorce, or it is this is an ending. They don't no longer live where they are. Maybe they were also a student, their scholarship expired, right? And they know now they have to go to work. But in between, this is just an example and an analogy, in between they say, well, regardless, I'm going to use the summer to find out what to do. And then I want to be the Knight of Wands for this summer. I don't care. I'm going to put myself on my friend's couch and we're going to live like there is no tomorrow, right? That's this person's way of thinking right now. So they will only look for what's fun, because there also is there is an end around them that cannot be reversed. Regardless, they can hide in a bubble of fun, but again, they will still face the brick wall, and their transformation will be harder on them. This person, there is and I see as well that right, during them living in that bubble of having fun, they want this new beginning. They want to manifest. They're trying to manifest. But here, see here, there is a very, I would say for this person here, there is a brutal ending around them. There are more people involved here. So it's a bit of a saga coming to an end. There is a major end of a chapter. This person now, they might rush in with this mask on. I think that you are spotting them. So you might see this person, right? This is very obvious. You'll because you are in this place of feeling grounded. When you see this person, you might see someone, right? I definitely see clearly that this person is out there to put their hair, like, what do you call a party, to let their hair down, right? And there's something about them that you find is quite off-putting at this time. Turn off. So you are like, oh, I cannot believe that I thought this person was my wish fulfillment. Look at them. They look in a state. You might also look at them and see, oh, please don't just try so hard. So there's a big gap between them. But at the same time, I do pick up that you sort of, it's almost that you have an understanding for them. It is, you know, a sign of a twin flame journey would be that there is this unconditional love, even in a way of when you feel, oh, no way, Jose, that there is also this part in you that maybe at some point in your life, you were going through what they're going through. It is also something about an understanding, but you understand, but you are sort of, yeah, well, I see where they're at, go and knock themselves loose. I don't have those feelings for them where I want to reunite, but they want to reunite with you because believe they're going through a transformation, right? But they see you as very cold because you are not really in that state of living like it's your last day on the earth. At the moment, you're all about the business. So there's you're on a little bit of a different page. What is your priorities in life at present? Why is the 5 of Pentacles here for my twins in their environment? 3 of Pentacles, yeah. I see Page of Cups, right. A message of love is coming in where you are focusing a lot more on your work and your skills. You might have had a recent, either a defeat where you feel, oh, I need to fix something here based on teamwork. Based on teamwork, I can improve the, I can go from feeling lack or this business lacking to profit. The way you feel about them is that you want to be very careful when it comes to do with anything to do with love. But in your desired outcome, we have the Ace of Cups. I do also see that, again, a message of love, someone from the past. There is a possibility, a new beginning of love around you. With the Three of Pentacles in your environment, yeah, we have something to do with, right, okay. I see something to do in your current environment where you have to let go and get a new perspective. I see, I'm going to pull a few more cards here. Why is that here? I don't know if it's to do with them, or why is the Hanged Man and the Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles here for my twins in the current environment? Why is that here? Okay, you are finding out. All right. I definitely, I feel here, okay, I feel here that you have experienced a lack when it comes to a certain aspect in your environment. It can be something to do with a delay, slow down, a fall through of finances, and you have to ignore love for the time being to gain perspective how to fix it, how to fix your current environment. The current environment you could actually achieve by stronger teamwork, team players, and not doing it alone, which is something often the Empress or Emperor will do. But it's about you. You are reflecting. And deciding what to do, and it says you have the answers with the strength energy. It is be resilient, don't feel the lack in advance, meaning something that might look like it's a disaster, or you could feel trapped. There's a situation I'm picking up for the most part. It could just be something to do with a work situation where you feel this should run smoothly. It's not running smoothly. I can't see the solution. Why am I stuck here? Why am I in this situation? But I think it's here. It says, I'm picking up here, right? It also says when going through hardship, it is to take a step back and say, focus and find the inspiration and manifest yourself out of the situation. So you are not as stuck as it seems, but there is another way, and you might try a new way of collaborating that you haven't done before, and that is the solution. Your intuition as well is revealing secrets. Look into your dreams. It is revealing maybe someone coming back from your past, trusting yourself and your inner guidance, right? But it's definitely here saying, okay, a King of Cups coming into your life here. I definitely feel here that is something is happening in your, it's almost as if for some of you that you have invested so much time into a work where you were expecting abundance. Instead, there has been a sudden lack. Maybe it's showing you that you juggled too much. The situation could be more of a sign for you that it says, don't put all your eggs in one basket, meaning it's actually showing you that you could have invested too much in one area of your life. So you should go back to the Magician, where you see, what does the Magician have? They focus on their energy, right? Their wands. How I see it is the kind of inspiration for life and action. Then is the finances, the pentacle, the opportunity. It is also the communication. Is it clear? Do you know where you're going? And of course the cup. Maybe you have spent less time on the cup, where you feel, how can I spend time, how can I even have time to feel anything for anything or anyone when I have so many burdens? I feel stuck. I can't move on before I find a solution. So if you are in this situation, it seems again that using the action of the magician here actually is going to release everything. You know, nothing in the 3D situation stay forever. And this is more of a, I would say what we call it is a first world problems, right? It is that right, if you might have experienced a lot of success. So when you experience the 5 of Pentacles to others, you still seem successful with the 6 of Wands, right? You still seem that you got it, all your ducks in order. You seem stable, but for you at the moment, you feel, how do I get out of this? This is not what I planned. So for you, it is a difficult situation I'm picking up, but it's not a. So you will not go through the 10 of Swords. It is something about you deciding to leave something out in the cold, and it might also be love. It might also be that you are avoiding any kind of distractions. But interestingly here, King of Cups, you have a person, I feel is that this person, they've been too slow, your counterpart. But with Ace of Cups, the King of Cups, this can be a new situation that happens when you least expect it. And it is actually what you desired. So it is again advising here with a magician is that regardless how maybe you stop believing in a happily ever after, you stop believing in love, or you don't want to look at love. You definitely are not interested in the options. But it says here, regardless of your situation, what it looks like, then take a step back. Take a step back with the Hangman and start to imagine what if all else, you know, if all was how you feel it should be for you to focus on love, let's say, how will it look like? Manifestation is can be very hard at times. I think for everyone, it's almost you know, you wake up in the morning, right, and you get on with your duties. And then it's like, I don't have time. Many people say, I don't have time to manifest. I don't have time for this. But manifestation, I think it's good for everyone to know. It can happen at any time of the day. It can be the smallest gesture someone gives you where you are saying, oh, you know, I appreciate this. This is a turnaround. So anyhow, the magician and your strength, resilience, knowing that you have done this before. And also an example, I was just reading about RIP to Tina Turner, you know, how I've seen the movie and like how she kind of built herself up from absolutely nothing, right, and became successful based on probably remembering the success and so on. I'm not saying that you are in that place, but it shows that that will be for someone that says, using the magician and the strength in an extreme circumstance, right? So yeah, this is something I would say is very, very valuable to you right now. So coming back to you and your counterpart, I definitely haven't seen you know, it's such a clear ending of a chapter for them for a while, but let's have a look here. What is happening? What is the most likely outcome? What is the most likely outcome? So 3 of Swords, 3 of Swords. With the 3 of Swords, personally, I feel that is a third-party situation, meaning someone is very hurt, and it can also be hurting more because there is to do with, they know that there is a third party. Knight of Pentacles, someone coming forward. You intuitively know that. Wanting to court you, wanting to seduce you. The Devil can also be a start of a new romance. With the Devil and the lovers in this position, again, it is very much the start of a new romance. But see here, now this person, your counterpart, they have not yet leveled up. However, they can, of course, show love, and you can experience as romantic as a situation as with, and even probably more than with someone that have leveled up. But you look at this person and you see, well, yeah, it is very obvious to me that this person have not leveled up. It's very obvious to you, but you might be flattered and you might but you are looking at them from a different point of view. I see that you are looking from them from a place of mystery. You are not really opening up to them. This person will come forward and you will see that this person is, heavy of lust, this type, heavy of fun, right? I mean, you might just still stay here and stay cold where they can't really get to you. This here could give them the Three of Swords, because they feel here that you are not opening up to them. They could also here with the Knight of Wands, because they want to be seen. They are someone that with quite the ego, saying, what do you mean you don't want me? Like, I'm at my best age, I'm looking my best. Is that what their ego is telling them? So that's enough for them to say, someone of my age, someone of my looks, or someone of my value, I don't wait for anyone. So that's their ego. Could be a kind of a repetitive, it's not going to, they're not going to find the union at this level. But let's see. I see someone here is also, they haven't got the life experience. This person is like you. It's like you have the kittens, right? They could be around their mom, and there is like at the last weeks right before they're supposed to go out, they're getting very brave, right? They jump on the kitchen table and they're quite cool and tough, and they fight with their siblings, and they speculate around their mother and showing that, look, I can walk, I can see, right? I'm bright bushy tailed sort of thing, right? But you let the kitten outside, you rest assured that the cat the cat will probably get a few bruises, right? That's how it is. So this person is sort of like that. They could be let out from a place where there is actually very safe, very small, and they're getting out in the real world, and then their transformation start again. So they have to go through it all again. What else do you want to show us here for this twin flame union? So yeah, Swords. So we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, this person's weapons is usually to play mind games. This person's weapon is partying. They, however, see here, now I see you could also meet someone. I see, so you are extremely focused, and I think having to be focused on really getting hold over something in your environment that has to do with burdens, meaning workload, where it is an insane workload, but you know that you can handle the workload. Do a couple of cards here. You can handle the workload, but it's going to be a price for it. But you have decided, so for you, that is the right thing to do with the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands here, it is that you have decided. Now, yeah, a Knight of Wands still could try to come. See, how I see it here. So you have this, if you look at this line, this wish fulfillment all around you. But that doesn't mean wish fulfillment comes with burdens. It's coming with burdens. Now, I also see here with the Lovers, that what is this Knight of Wands? This Knight of Wands is someone that is like very much galloping like crazy around you. But I see here, I'm seeing something interesting. Okay, what is this? The Hermit. The Hermit. All right. The Empress, right. Okay. See here, what you're doing here, what you are doing here is not taking any actions at all. You feel at this time that and is actually you're learning from what you're experiencing in something that isn't love, where you're handling a burden is overwhelming, right? But you have the strength and the motivation to, you know, I can get through it, right? You can get through it without the dark night of the soul. This has simply to do with, okay, staying solid, grounded, but working yourself through. It's more of a workload, right? It could be anything from, you know, a deadline at work that you have to do. You know you can do, but you know at least you can do as much as you can with hard work. Or it can be, let's say that you have to. Yeah, it's basically deadline based. Something, a deadline is important to you to keep your success. So you see in between all these burdens, you also starting to see, you know what, I now see also why things might have not gone through in the love life, because I decided to ignore. I thought because I can handle the fun, I can handle this in and out behavior. Now you see that if I had, you know, or depending if you are in a relationship or not, if I had the right person next to me, it will actually make it easier. But because if I let this person close to me now, it's going to feel more burden. It's something that you're seeing very obvious about how close you can let this person get to you, because you are only staying in an environment of support and love, and where everything, the burden feels easier, not harder. So that's, you know, who is in your environment to make that happen. So when this person shows up in a time, it could be like, you could be like, oh my God, like this person had the worst timing. Yeah, they could even know that you're working hard, but still they show up and they are sort of wanting to be irresponsible. And you could be like, imagine if I was with them in real life. I mean, I don't need a child. It's a little bit of that. You're looking at them. At the same time, you are sort of, there is a temptation with them, because they're also part of, when you're in a burden, right? All you want to do can be to let your hair down. This person can make you feel that they're romantic, it is fun, there is lust, right? These things that, you know, when letting hair down, which is, you know, our lives needs to be involved with that. And very often after burdens, that's what people do. But here it is, you have a choice. Do I need to let my hair down with my counterpart being a hot mess, right? Do I need to let them live out their hot mess with me? Can I handle it? So you're questioning yourself here, because this person's coming full steam, got full guns blazing, right? They're all loved up, right? But you see the scenario different. If this happened, you know, before whatever time you met this person, you would have been like, oh wow, you're so happy. Like there was a time where this person, anything they did, it's a bit like when the baby started talking. So you're like, oh, you know, it's so cute. Well, if the baby doesn't talk after a year, right, then it's not so cute. Then it's like, oh my God, the baby doesn't talk like fluent. So it is that, and you're like, oh my God, this person haven't really changed. So there is a bit like yeah, something like that is happening. Also a choice with the lovers. So I'm seeing also the King of Cups. I don't think it's this person, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. What else, spirits, what are you trying to tell us today for this twin flame journey? June 2023. 5 of Wands, right. 5 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, someone very strategic, 8 of Swords. Right. Okay. A person here that is coming from a conflicted place, coming towards you, trying to appear calm, a lot of communication, but it almost, you are, so it's like you don't want the communication, because you know that too much of the communication might make you feel stuck. And if you open the gates for communication, it might be what you feel. You're like, oh, the Emperor. See here, they have the Mirror as well, the 9 of Cups, the Tower. So I am picking up here that I feel there is almost an exchange of a counterpart. Some of you might have experienced, oh, is this a false counterpart? You look in the mirror and you see a different person. Why is the Emperor, the Nine of Cups, and the Tower here? The Magician. Two of Wands, Nine of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Empress. Wow. Look, I see that maybe you haven't looked into the mirror for a little while. Perhaps it's not no one there. And looking into mirror, meaning looking into your soul. Is this my counterpart? Have you been too much in your logical mind and said, sure, ticked all the boxes, this is my counterpart, has to be. Because, you know, a cross reference. And suddenly there is an appearance here of a complete, it's like, you know, someone that you have been manifesting when you are going into this. And if you haven't done it, perhaps take some time off this weekend and just go into your, you know, your own bubble. And let's say, visualize if my counterpart was next to me right now, right? Don't label them even. If a person that I seek a relationship, romance, love with, what would this person do, right? And maybe you will think, maybe you'll say, oh, I couldn't think of anything worse than someone being in my room right now. And if that's the first thought, write it down. But let's say if you're manifesting, you're saying, what would it need to look like right now if this person was in my surrounding? What value do they add? So then it is the what you're thinking is something to do with the manifestation of what is your true mirror right now. And I see that many of you are going inwards to do that. And you could be rejecting a person here. Because, see here, with the Nine of Cups, you're on the... See here, the Five of Wands here. You're on the route to really manifest the love, the journey of your life. There is here something in between that seems to cause a spanner in the works. So we have the Magician. See, the World, I got that before. A new chapter, Knight of Swords, the Star, right? Aquarius, the Death. Justice. So we'll continue because there is an ending. There is an ending here. Now, it's very interesting reading this one. It's very interesting. It's almost like you're heading right where you're supposed to be. But there is also a lot of noise around you. Now, it can also be that, you know your counterpart, what they need to, what it looks like when you both are leveled up, right? It takes two to tango, but there is a lot of noise in between, a lot of interruptions in between. It is that final test, I would say so, but we'll find out. With the Star here, it is believing in this union. It might also be here that you're dealing with a person that have not yet, let's say, sorry, I need to drink some water. They have not yet completed this journey. Maybe there's legal matters and so on, and maybe they have delayed it. And there will be a union, and this person is sort of stepping up, concluding the process faster. Spirits, what are you trying to say about this union? Where is this union at? Where is their person at? Or is this a new person? Yeah, Four of Crystals. You are, again, I would say the advice for you is stay exactly on the same course that you're on, and where you are staying very, very resilient, because you are going to receive the 10 of Pentacles, but you have another option. Wheel of Fortune is here. There is noise in between you. Someone is coming in from your past. You are protected. There is a situation here that needs to come to an end before the forward movement. There's definitely this And it can be also, if someone is coming out of a long-term relationship, that's for some, it needs to come to an end. Therefore, when you look at your counterpart right now, for those of you, and this is for those of you that know your counterpart have been going through a divorce. You see this person, as mentioned, they are going havoc, and it says just ignore them, leave them out in the cold, because it will do no good if this person gets close to you at this time.